obviously YouTubers and streamers can never stay out of drama. So why not partake in it a little bit? You know what I'm saying? Why there are no friends in streaming? You know that boy DH got us right.
Streaming has become a perpetual motion of parasocial relationships. It feels like as the streaming industry gets bigger, it gets more and more closer to the music industry in terms of its ability to be fake, drama-filled, and overall weird. Recently, I've just been peeping clips that go viral on the timeline, and they all have a common theme: being fake. It feels like every day these streamers show their true colors, not by choice, but their true feelings are manifesting through their actions. And I wanted to analyze the growing lack of authenticity and genuineness that is being expressed. When I'm done rambling, y'all know I'm the wokest kid from the hood. And let's start. So this whole situation stems from this growing notion of competition within the streamer space. But I'm here to say the competition isn't why the streamer space is feeling so horrible. The real reason is that there are no streamers that are truly friends. And that's a nuanced take. But my point is that a lot of streamers are only connecting under the basis of collabing and growing, not truly connecting with each other and trying to form genuine bonds, but seeing each other as a means to an end, a means to grow. And I feel this way because competition is not a bad thing inherently. I compete with my fellow YouTube friends, but we compete because we're friends, unlike the streamers we see who are only fostering hostile environments. At the end of the day, they didn't befriend their coworkers, so if the opportunity arises, they just might backdoor each other. But this video all started because of a clip with Agent and Davis cupcaking in the car.
Nothing, I'm just excited to see that Agent late night stream.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a can't get off stream until I actually I don't know yet. Actually, let me not leak anything. You know how niggas run off.
Yeah, all them ugly niggas be stealing ideas.
Niggas be stealing.
All them bitch ass niggas.
Whole ass
Them
niggas.
ugly ass niggas.
Them thirsty non-creative ass.
All
niggas.
non-creative niggas. You know what I'm talking about too.
Yeah, who that? What's the name?
Thank you. Oh shit. No. Hey, if you don't say something, you copping the plea. You sorry. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, just in general.
Say your name, bro.
You know what's crazy? You know what I realized? Also, not saying your ideas, them shits get stolen too. Niggas that just share ideas, bro.
What I see?
Now, when I seen this, I won't lie, I definitely felt like it came across very negatively, and upon seeing their responses, my mind did change, but I want to harp on this for a little bit. The reason this clip was received so negatively is because the current space for streamers is bad. A lot of these guys aren't really friends, and they're together purely for collabs and growth. They're making collabs, not friends. So when Agent and Davis trolled, people instantly got defensive, and that reflects the current state of the industry. There's a reason this spawned so much discourse. The current energy and the clips we've seen over the past few months has shown a lack of authenticity and genuine connections. In other words, this was not the correct landscape to even be trolling like this. You're basically just poking a sleeping bear.
Late night Discord call anymore. It is what it is, though times change.
All these niggas look at this streaming shit as a competition and let this shit get weird, gang. Streamers, y'all not ops, niggas is not on basketball teams. Niggas sit at a desk and you stream, nigga. I don't know when the game got up. I don't know what happened, game, but it's weird.
I think Rage was right here. A lot of content has been getting weird. You see these grown men who basically force themselves to be around these people they don't mess with, and it just messes up the vibe. It was never the fact that people are competing. Competition is fire. It pushes people to grow. It's just the fact that everyone is just basically fake. Everything is a facade. Everything is about how to get to the next level. Who are you going to be around that can help you? It's starting to sound like the music industry, ain't it? I also believe that the growth of the streaming industry and the wealth that the successful people have attained has been a double-edged sword. It's amazing seeing people succeed and help their people, family, and friends out, but the egos that have stemmed from it have been terrible. The DDG and Reggie beef is my prime example. And it's funny because DDG gave his 2 cents on the whole situation himself.
Oh, competitive now, bro. It's not how it used to be. Like, it's like, and I ain't no generational ass streamer, y'all. Y'all know I just started, like, you know what I mean? I really just got consistent maybe 4 months ago. Y'all know that. But it's starting to get like very like competitive, bro. Like, I feel like as a streaming community, as a newcomer in the streaming community, everybody can eat in it. I feel like this definitely getting overly competitive. This shit starting to feel like the damn music industry, nigga. When niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's niggas be, I don't know.
This is a hypocritical ass nigga. His case is prime example because for some odd reason, he defended scamming and nobody who was big called him out. Then they watched as he attempted to bully another streamer with the help of other people, his brother included, and then DDG puts that same streamer he's trying to bully's deceased father on his phone and still nobody checked them. And that's what I'm talking about. There are no friends in
I've always never, see me, I've never had very positive feelings towards DDG. The only time I was ever, I ever decided to, stand, I guess, by his side, so to speak, was obviously when he was having the whole drama with his baby mother. Yeah, but I've never been fond of the dude. I've never particularly watched his content literally ever. You can't tell, I can't name you, forget 5 DDG songs. I can't name you 5 DDG videos, but every now and then he's funny, you know what I'm saying? And he's in the limelight for a reason. It's not just, fake views being pumped in all the time. He actually does something that people like. Gotta respect that. The beef between him and Reggie was just ridiculous. He has his numerous controversies and beefs with everybody. But to be fair, he was right. The streaming industry is seeming like it's more of a, you know, what can I do? What can you do for me thing instead of, dang, I really rock with bro's videos. We could cook up together. And when you lose that aspect of it, it defeats the whole purpose of like being a content creator, so to speak. Because at that point, I'm not gonna lie, brother, you might just you're better off just working a 9 to 5. Because it sounds like a corporate ladder. It sounds like Apple's trying to one up Microsoft, PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox beef. Like that's the type of tiers that we're going to at this point. And it doesn't have to go that far. Me personally, I don't think so. Now I do understand, like, once you start touching real money, especially some of these guys that came up and didn't have a lot, once you start seeing numbers go up, unless you see the piles of cash in front of you, you think it's just numbers. And it's like, I have to make more numbers. I have to make more numbers. I have to make more numbers. And like, it's cool, right? Everybody likes money. Money's cool. And I don't think the statement money is the root of all evil is necessarily true, because that would imply that all rich people are evil. Take for that what you will. But I think that we've reached a point where if you don't have a certain amount of money, it's difficult to do certain things. And I recognize that. And as a content creator, a lot of it's pay to play. You got to be able to go out and do these different events. You got to be able to go out to do to go over these other places. You see Speed, obviously Speed wouldn't be able to go from country to country to country without having absorbed the amount of money and the amount of audience that he has from each place that he's gone to. But he's also one of the few people that I think is like super genuine about who he is. Now, we can all say that he's annoyed everybody at some point. You can't convince me that he hasn't. But he's also just a fun-loving guy that enjoys being around people, and he says what he feels. I don't see a lot of fake in Speed's game. I think that's one of the things that I can appreciate about him. A lot of people have their beefs with Kai and stuff like that, but he's not nearly the fakest as it gets, for sure. And as a whole, I do think that the AMP group has been a good, shall we say, collection of people that really just get along, really just like what they do together and prefer to craft together as opposed to crafting separately. And that's lovely to do, especially I'm sure they've had their internal beefs. I'm sure they've really gone at it. And a couple times we've heard about it and they've, sat down on stream and talked to us about like the stuff that they actually had going on, IRL type stuff. But for the most part, it's always been them sorting out their problems and them being family, them being brothers. And you don't see that in the creator space. And with people that are like single streamers, kind of like myself, like, yeah, you might have like a group of people that you hang around or something, some people that you do content with, but it's very rare where you'll see one single streamer and another single streamer link up and they genuinely have vibes. I think Agent's a good person as far as like his collabs with Senna and now Emily. Like those sorts of videos that he does, you can tell that they genuinely have a level of synergy. They genuinely are probably IRL friends that might text each other or call each other randomly off stream. But they also can create funny content and, they do all the ships and stuff and like all that sort of stuff happens. And it's mutually beneficial to be goofballs on stream and clip farm, especially when you're actually friends with the person IRL. Like when I wasn't really big when they did like the music streams, like when a lot of people used to do those, because you got people that'll come in, they'll sit down and it's like the energy between the two of y'all. It's like, this is y'all first time ever meeting in real life. This is probably your first time saying more than 10 words to each other. This might be the first time you've ever seen or heard of this person, but they matter. So you have them come in and they agree to come in and either you pay them or they just come to promo themselves. And it's not cool. It doesn't look cool to me. It's obviously not genuine and it feels awkward watching it. It's like you get secondhand embarrassment almost. And I don't want to feel like that's the thing that a lot of people are going to have problems with, right? Because it will happen by proxy. That's guaranteed. But I don't want it to be the norm. And it feels like it's trending that way because obviously, despite streaming growing as a whole and like watch hours and everything are going up, it's still going to be hard for the lower fish, the small fish to become medium-sized fish. And for the medium-sized fish, it's a little bit easier to become bigger fish, but it's still difficult nevertheless. So you find yourself in a space where it's never going to be a cakewalk for anybody unless you're way up there. And the people that are way up there have non-genuine relations with everybody. So as the people start trickling upwards and finding their ways and climbing that ladder, they reach a point where, yes, you're around the big fish now, but the big fish don't rock with you because they don't even rock with each other. They've been trying to kind of and it not in even a symbiotic way trying to blend. Sometimes it's at the hurt or the harm of another person's fan base, and they don't care because it helps them temporarily, even because a lot of these beefs that end up happening aren't even long-term beefs. They're not something that's super big, drawn and grand and like drawn out. It's just beef. It's like a Big Mac. Like you can get that at any McDonald's. It's not something that took a long time. The meat was marinated and there's all this lore behind it. It's literally boom, in the moment, instant, we got beef now. And now we're gonna drag it for 2-3 weeks, maybe even a month if we're lucky. Then we're just gonna die out and we're gonna start doing our own content again. I don't know. That's just not my cup of tea. Respectfully, of course, because everybody does it their own way. And when you become a grown adult, you have your own problems and your own morals and your own code of ethics to live by. So you do what you do and you rock out. You know what I'm saying?
Streaming industry because it's full of fake people. It's mind-boggling because everybody's seen DDG make a man's deceased father his lock screen, and yet nobody with a platform decided to step in and say, hey, you're wrong as shit. We watched a single person be ganged up on and nobody said anything. But if it was a collab, I promise they'd be quick to discuss it. And that's another issue. The streaming world is very disingenuous. It feels like nobody is genuine with their intentions anymore. Everything feels like a lie.
And a lot of people don't want to say it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, am I liking or am I good? Say if I'm good. If I'm good, I'll say I'm good. Okay. A lot of people don't want to say this. The reason why a lot of weird tension even began within our community, the elephant in the room. Twitter comms, my nigga. This shit is outrageous. When you got mods in Twitter comms dissing niggas. Nigga, I've been preaching this. A lot of the times, us as streamers, I knew something was wrong with the Twitter comms when niggas started getting validation from the comm to do certain shit.
Did y'all hear this nigga? To be fair though, Kai Cenat did open a can of worms with his recent stream, especially because it felt like the first time in a while that Kai spoke on things that weren't fed from a PR agent or PR stylist. Now granted, this still doesn't feel like a real, one-on-one, but it felt like he was trying to be more open about his feelings. But to say he stopped talking to his friends, quote unquote, over Twitter comms was just dumb flat out, because me personally, if I'm making millions, why would I care about basement dwellers who are doing comm wars over me and my friends? Which is why I feel like the clip was a lie. And when I put it like that, does it even sound like something appropriate to end a friendship over? No. That leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. Everything streamer related feels like lies and misdirections. And my example for this is that Kai finally decides to be open about why he has distanced himself from Adin Ross. And if you don't know, for a long time now, there's been clips on the timeline of Adin saying Kai doesn't mess with him. Honestly, it's pretty sad because you're a grown man. Like, why are you pillow talking for the clip pages?
People do or don't want to online or whatever. It is what it is. At this point, I just don't give a fuck anymore, bro. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not gonna fake it anymore, bro. I'm not gonna fake being buddy with people that don't want to be with me, and it's just that simple. It has nothing to do with anything except the simple fact that I have self-respect for myself. And like, I know that like during dark times, I've been there for people, and if they don't want to be there for me during my dark or even good times, then fuck them. That's it. It's that simple, bro. Like, it's not rocket science. It's just life. It's just not reality of life.
Adin had been doing these clips and everyone had been speculating, and people were giving their 2 cents on why Kai is not friends with Adin, even going as far as to say he's fake. And my opinion on that flat out is that if Kai distanced himself with Adin, like, he's not fake because there's obvious reasons why he would distance himself from Adin. I'm gonna show you guys a clip on his explanation though.
Tav is a white man, by the way. He proceeds to say, from Nike to McDonald's, but bro, keep it real, bro. Nigga, a chicken Big Mac, nigga? Nigga, a chicken Big Mac, nigga? He on my phone, calling me the N-word at 4 a.m. in the morning. I told him this before anything, so I told Adin, I said, bro, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. The reason why I've been distancing myself, bro, was because this is what happened on the phone at 4 a.m.
So he told a whole story about how Adin's manager said the N-word and used that as a reason for why he distanced himself. That's not true because number one, Adin himself has said the N-word on various occasions, and then on top of that, Adin literally had a Red Pill demon arc where he praised Andrew Tate and just spit a whole bunch of Red Pill ideology. And I feel like because we're in the grand July 2025, we realized that any type of Red Pill content is just grift gimmick. Like, we left that stuff behind. All of that was just a gimmick. It was stupid, and anybody that was making Red Pill content was in it for the easy bag, for taking advantage of basically young men without guidance. So in other words, it was really destructive. There's definitely valid reasons why you can distance yourself from Adin Ross, and to say his manager, come on. And that's what I mean. It just feels like a lie because out of every reason you could have distanced yourself from Adin, you chose his white manager.
And that's the truth, gang. That's the truth.
Okay, chat, guys, I don't want to be, guys, I read way too much Twitter shit, way too much. Okay, so I'm tapped in, and people what I'm about to say, you can only speak on it if you're tapped in like I am. So you're gonna have to hold on for a little bit. Okay, I read a lot of shit on Twitter. And if I were to compare all the other communities, the people that hate on Kai the most is Adin's community and Speed's community. And they're about tied, if not Speed maybe a little bit more, but he fucks with Speed a lot and collabs with Speed as much as he can. but not with Aiden. So that point doesn't really score a lot of points in my opinion. But it's just I'm an observer. I'm an outsider. I just look at through stuff.
Now, I don't agree with the whole calm thing. Like I said, I don't think Twitter comms are any valid reason why you should be distancing yourself. And I guess XQC's point does kind of prove that. If he's hanging around Speed, who has a calm that, based off of what XQC is saying, is worse than Aiden's, why are you still hanging with Speed? That's where the lie comes in. I believe that Kai is withholding the real reason why he doesn't want to associate with Aiden. And I'll analyze that friendship in a different video. But for now, what you need to take away is that, like I said, the nigga Kai is lying. And that lie reflects the state of streaming. Nobody is trying to be honest with their intentions, and that's why it's in turmoil. Generally speaking though, if you're trying to go up, I suggest going up with people you grinded with. Top streamers are looking for collabs, not friends, so never think otherwise. My videos are proof enough. That's all I had to say. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions, join my membership, join my Discord. I do want that shit to be active. I'm out though.
Feel some sort of way. Because I don't think... Oh, he dropped another one? Ooh, we finna jump over here. Yeah, because the thing is, I feel like there's a reason. I feel like that might be part of the reason. That has to be part of the reason. There's no way you make up, right? Making up a story. If we're gonna sit here and say he made up the story about his manager calling him using the N-word as a white guy talking to Kai, that's kind of crazy. But if we're all gonna sit here and say, oh, Kai's fake, when as if there wasn't a time when Aiden was literally the most controversial person on the net, is crazy. And you recognize Kai, aside from like spamming the N-word on live and like just being like goofy and off the walls and bouncing around like a ping pong ball, like Kai's branding is polar opposite of Aiden. Aiden's known for being into the gambling side of things and being extremely controversial with a lot of the people that he's conversated with, a lot of the takes that he's made, a lot of things that he's said on stream with people with him and with him just dolo sitting in front of the camera like this. So if we're going to sit here and we're going to say, oh, well, Kai's crazy for not collaborating with Aiden anymore. That's cap. That's cap. That's ludicrous. Now, if you want to sit there and say that it's not necessarily the fairest thing, if we operate under the assumption that Kai hasn't told Aiden that he doesn't rock with him anymore, or why he doesn't rock with him anymore, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you just don't align with somebody business wise, and you're in a big business, and their fan bases are very large, and they both matter, they both have buying power, and businesses love to spend money on them. So why in the world would you think that your branding, which is literally the polar opposite of bros over there, there has to be a limit to how far y'all can collab. There's a little bit of meshing that can happen, but Aiden's PR and everything about him is the polar opposite of Speed as well. I don't think we'll ever see a Speed and Aiden big collab run like we saw with Kai and Speed. Because Kai and Speed, for the most part, have similar fans. Speed is more universal. He's more worldwide, right? Because that's his thing. That's his branding. He's not really a big video game guy. He's always been a more sporty, athletic, like go around and just do stuff. IRL streams, like that's his thing. YouTube has been his baby. Now he's dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube. That boy running up a bag, you feel me? But for the most part, his fans can also be Kai's fans. A lot of Kai's fans and Speed's fans aren't also going to be Aiden's fans. They're not crossover that way. The type of people that they appeal to is completely different. Now, if you want to say, oh, off stream, he doesn't really talk to me anymore, then that's an off stream conversation you got to have with Kai. But you can't sit here and pander to me and every other viewer online like, oh man, he doesn't rock with me anymore. Oh, we're not cool anymore. Me as a third party, I don't know you in real life. I just know the content you make, who likes it, who doesn't like it, and what brands like it and seem to support you. It's not hard to put 2 and 2 together. It's not going to give me 5. It's going to give me 4 every time. Every time. Respectfully though. You know what I'm saying? No hate towards either party, but